And welcome to Neenah High School, where it's week 9 of the high school football season. This is the OSI video stream of the week. Tonight, the Neenah Rockets playing for a share of the FBA Conference Championship. They're going against the Hortonville Polar Bears, who are looking to get on the bubble to the playoffs with a win. That's the matchup tonight. The Rockets on a bit of a roll. Hortonville found their offense against Oshkosh West last week. They're looking to keep that going. And we'll have more right after this on the OSI video stream of the week.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
We'd like to remind you that one of tonight's proud alumni and Neenah supporters is attorney Sam Bomir. Sam represents injured workers throughout the Fox cities in northeastern Wisconsin who have been injured on the job. If you need legal consultation after a work injury, Sam is the attorney to contact. There's no one in northeast Wisconsin with greater years of experience helping injured workers than Sam. Call his office if you need consultation, 920-404-2050. There are no fees to their firm unless you obtain a recovery. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by calling for help. Sam wishes the Rockets good luck in tonight's game. And before the OSI video stream of the week, we are with Hortonville coach Nick Reichert. Nick, coming down this one, big game. If you have any hope of making the playoffs, how do you try to get everybody in tune with this game, and what is the big assignment tonight?
Just be 1-0. That's really what we got to do every week. You can't look past the week ahead in front of you, and that's been the big message really towards the latter half of the year is take the stress out of the game and just go play.
Every team writes a story since mid-August when you start the practices. What has this team's story been through the 3 months you've been together?
Just overcoming adversity. We've had a lot of injuries this year. We've gone back and forth. We've played multiple quarterbacks, shuffled the offensive line multiple times just due to injuries. So, really at the end of the day, it's, how you overcome adversity and can you grow from it.
Last week, the offense got in gear against Oshkosh West. What worked in that game that you said, wow, that's what we've been looking for this season?
Just execution. Really, that's it.
It comes down to that. And you're working with a young quarterback, too. What is that like, coaching him up, getting him ready to play in this?
He brings it every week. He's a coachable kid, loves to play the game, and takes all feedback, positivity, and he can play.
And finally, Neenah, they're coming in. They've got a lot to play for tonight, too, and you've seen them on video, and you know what they have. What are the big keys tonight for Hortonville against the Rockets?
Yeah, we just got to tackle. We got to stop the run. This is a ground and pound team. This is offense that just going to match you up across the board and just block you and see if you can tackle well. So that's really where we're going to be tested at. And then when they do throw, they are highly efficient. Hopefully we can get a few of those on the ground, and we can go the other way with it, even if we catch enough luck. But ultimately, it comes down who's going to run the ball better tonight. It's pretty simple, and who's going to tackle better.
Okay, well, Nick, thanks a lot for the time. Looking forward to the game tonight.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll be back with more here on the OSI video stream of the week right after this.
What is the mark of a true builder? At Myron Construction, we believe it's in the details. It's the strong sense of commitment to the people and places in which we work. The more than 100 years of experience we bring to every project site. It's our labor force, 1,200 strong, our investment in cutting-edge equipment and technology, and our commitment to exceeding expectations. Most of all, it's our passion for bringing dreams to life. This is building excellence.
Everything seems to cost more these days, including your electric bill. That's one reason you should contact our friends at Better Home Heating and Air Conditioning, your Rheem Pro Partner dealer in the Fox Valley. When you contact Better Home Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll find a Rheem system for any budget and peace of mind that you'll get a system that's reliable, energy efficient, and most importantly, save you money. So what are you waiting for? Contact Better Home Heating and Air Conditioning, a division of Central Temperature. Contact them today. We always do. The OSI Video Stream of the Week continues here. I'm with Neenah coach Steve Young. Steve, a lot to play for tonight. Here you are on the cusp of not only senior night, but the chance for a share of the FBA championship. I mean, it's got to be easy to get the emotion up for this game.
Well, no doubt. I mean, it's a big game for us because, you know, sharing part of the FBA crowd or FBA crown is a big deal. And so we're excited to play this game, and we want to come out playing well.
What's really impressed me, second half of the season, both sides of the ball seem to have found their groove. What's impressed you most from what you've seen out of your team so far?
Well, I think the loss to Kakana really bothered the coaches and our kids, and we felt we were better than that. And so I thought it dialed us in at practice. Our kids are more focused. Practices have been going smoothly, and we've been getting a lot of work done.
Okay. Fond du Lac, a little bit tight in the first half, but then you started to pull away. What was the difference in that game against the Cardinals?
Well, I think, you know, we made some really nice second half adjustments, and we hit a couple big plays, and then that really got our mojo going, and our bench got into the game, and that was the difference, and our defense was, I think, at three and outs right in a row.
And you've got some great seniors on this squad celebrating their last regular season game here. This group, what has this group meant to this program over 4 years?
Well, we've had a lot of these seniors have been playing. This is their third year of playing. And it's you know, some of our best football players that have come through in a long time are in this one class. And so I think it's propelled us to the top end of the league. And I think it's, you know, given our whole program, 6 through 12, a lot of excitement.
And finally, Hortonville tonight, they're playing for something too. They'd like to get onto that bubble for the playoffs. What have you seen on video from the Polar Bears? What are the keys to this one?
Well, Hortonville is big. And they've got their offensive line, their defensive line. They've got size. They've got athletes, and so we've got to maintain the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and not let them get any big plays.
Well, looking forward to the game. Thanks a lot for the time, Steve.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more on the OSI Video Stream of the Week right after this.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
Myron Construction has the unique opportunity to build the landscape of our communities. We play a role in shaping the region as well as communities across the country. Our work supports a range of organizations and industries, ones that ensure health and well-being, secure resources for struggling populations, teach our children, enrich local economies, provide spaces for recreation and entertainment, and strengthen our neighborhoods. We create thriving, welcoming places for people to work, play, and engage. Together, we're building excellence.
Back at Neenah High School, just celebrating senior night here at Rocket Stadium, where a big group of seniors for the Rockets who are on the cusp of perhaps sharing an FBA title. If some weird stuff happens, maybe winning an FBA title. Dick Napinski along with Zach Morris here tonight. And Zach, teams both have something to play for tonight. Hortonville trying to get into the playoffs, at least get on the bubble if they can get there. Neenah, boy, they've got some big things, trying to get a piece of their second FBA title in 3 years for the Rockets.
Yeah, and that's the big goal when you get to this point of the season, Dick, is as long as you're playing for something, you want either trying to get a piece of the title or just trying to get into the next round. And that's what's so important for both teams, where you're not going to this thinking it's the last game of the year, okay, let's get through this and we're done with football. No, there's a whole lot more to play for, and I believe Hortonville would just love to have that opportunity. And because if they would get a win tonight, it would play pretty huge. And you look at, hey, if Hortonville sneaks in and the fact that they beat Neenah, this could be pretty huge for them.
Yeah, and interesting thing, too, the announcement of the matchups come tomorrow. A win for Neenah tonight not only gives them share of the conference title, it would be a big thing for seeding as you head into round one of the playoffs.
Definitely, because you look at those three teams, that they all win tonight, in Kakana, Kimberly, and Neenah, it'd be a huge thing for all three. So they have big things to play for tonight, and it starts here with Neenah.
Yeah, and take a look at Neenah. You have to start with their seniors. Evan Van Evenoven at quarterback, and, of course, Grant Dean, both offensively and defensively for the Rockets. Really a special group this year, this class of 2025.
Yeah, and it's important, too, for this week where all your main players are having big performances because you don't want to have a lull right before you head into the postseason. We talk about how important it is in professional sports where you don't want to rest because you don't want to have any rust. So if you can have the confidence being built for the next game, it plays a huge for momentum.
And we're going to take a short break here as we get ready for the Polar Bears and the Rockets facing off here at Neenah High School right after our national anthem here on the OSI Video Stream of the Week.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
The low hum of heavy equipment, the drone of power tools, the swift movement of boots on the ground as craftspeople work safely and efficiently. These are the sounds of an active construction site, the core of our business. At Myron Construction, our teammates carry out the crucial job of bringing our clients' dreams to life. They hold in their hands the tools to make something out of nothing and build structures that will stand the test of time. Together, we are building excellence.
National anthem here at Neenah High School under a full moon tonight off to our east. Really beautiful night for football. And we've been pretty lucky this year, Zach. You take a look at the games we've had. 8 out of 9 football weekends have been sensational weather, and we're still in the 60s as this game starts on the third Friday of October.
Yeah, this ends for, at least for the video stream here with the score and Woodward, the fact that no rain in about 9-week stretch. You got to enjoy that while you can for football, especially fans. Fans don't want to be out here in the rain, and players, they may say it's fun to play in the rain, and it's not.
It was fun when it was mud. Now it's field turf. You just slide around a lot.
Yeah, it makes it not fun either.
But coming into this one, Hortonville is 2-6 on the year, and they come in with a chance. They will be a bubble team if they win tonight, but the win against Neenah would probably put them into the playoffs because at that point they would be 3-4 in the FBA. And so big thing for Hortonville, they've got some big guys on the line, and they also have a sophomore at quarterback, and so it's a kind of a thing in development as Hortonville has gone through some injuries this season. And it's interesting. They want the ball first, Zach, to get out there and see what they can do offensively.
Yeah, we saw this a few weeks ago when they were playing against the Papermakers, where you just want to get some momentum early in this game, and that'd be a way to do it. So thank our sponsors in OSI, Myron Construction, who've been with us for the whole entire season. Also join us. We have Central Temperature, Better Home Heating and Cooling, and Sam Bomir Law.
Great to have them along on this OSI video stream of the week. Standing back there for Hortonville, we're going to see Tristan Behrens. He's a big guy, just a sophomore, 6'2", 230-pound running back. And he is joined back there, Jack Tenney. You see him mostly at defensive back for the Polar Bears. Tenney is a junior. So you've got some youth on this Hortonville team. And kicking off will be Jack Clunt, the guy who ended up as the hero of the win over Kimberly a couple weeks back. It's going to be a south to north move for Neenah here as we start, right to left as you watch us on your computer screen or wherever you're watching us tonight. Thanks for being along. Kick comes down. That one is going to come down to Tenney at around the 5-yard line, taking a look toward his left. He's being chased flag on the play right away. Tenney's going to be captured at about the 13-yard line, snowed under there. And that's where we'll start. And, boy, already a flag, and that's something – Hortonville, if you want to stick with them tonight, if it is against the Polar Bears, you can't make those kind of mistakes early.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough break. I mean, the fact that you chose to take the receive, and then you get the penalty on the kick return, well, just have to get a couple more first downs than planned.
Yeah, so from the 13-yard line, it's going to be half the distance, and we'll put you down to about the 6.5-yard line to start things off. Yep, they're going to mark at the 6. So we are going to see the offense, again, run by the sophomore, A.J. Pfeiffer. Just 5'9", 60 of 111 so far passing this year, 647 yards. Had 178 in the win over Oshkosh West last Friday. Setback with him is Tristan Behrens, the 6'2 sophomore. So a couple of young guys in the backfield. Two receivers set off to the right. Now man in motion. Quick toss will go out. Looking for some cut. That's Levi Hebe, who gets absolutely nothing. He's going to be snowed under back there. And that one is going to be Andrew Carlson from the linebacker. All conference last year. Playing like it on the first play here.
Yeah, that's a tough break, too. So you mentioned the penalty, and then you have a loss of yards on first down. This is not how the Polar Bears imagine their first drive of the game.
So the ball goes back. Call it 2nd and 11. Ball right around the 5-yard line. Pfeiffer standing in his own end zone with Behrens. Looks two receivers off to the left side. Slots on that side as well. Behrens will get the call. He'll smash forward. He'll get some yardage out to about the 8 or 9-yard line. And like I said, Behrens is a big guy. He comes at you. You're a defensive back. You don't want much to do with that.
Yeah, and that's some yards they just needed just for helping in case a punt doesn't pop up in the next play. But 3rd and 8, you still feel a little more comfortable compared to if it would have been 3rd and 12, 3rd and 14, especially being so close to your own end zone.
Trips coming out right this time for Pfeiffer. They'll take a look against the 3-man front of Neenah, 4 linebackers standing up behind them. Pfeiffer takes a look, trying to go someplace. One receiver falls down, pass goes up, and we're going to have a flag on the play around the 15-yard line. That may be defensive holding, but coming down with it with a nice catch out there, Connor Christensen. So let's take a look at what the flag might be. It'll be enough for a first down out around the 21-yard line. Little committee meeting going on here with the officials.
Prior to the pass, illegal use of the hands on the defense.
So that's that penalty be declined. Illegal use of the hands. It'll be a first down out around the 21-yard line. So a gain of 13.
And that's such a huge play for Hortonville, just to build some confidence, because it wasn't just because it was aided with the penalty. It was actually a nice catch on a tough play. So there's some momentum building for the Polar Bears.
Yeah, and what Pfeiffer did, well, he threw the pass as Christensen was going into his break, not after he made his break, which would allow the defensive back to come up. 1st and 10 now for the Polar Bears. Once again, 3 receivers. Or 2 receivers right and left on this one. Man in motion now skidding his way back. And goes straight ahead. Going to be spun around. Maybe a gain of 1 on that play. Doing a nice job in fortifying the run. That's Carlson once again. They gave it off to Hebe. There wasn't much there to be found. So give him 1 on that.
For the Rockets, it's more of just want that big defensive play. Probably a turnover is what they're trying to gear up for, because this has been a tough defense for any team to face all season long.
Yeah, some big beef for Hortonville up front. Talk about that in a moment. Pfeiffer takes a look. He's going to run it himself. Oh, he's going to be met right at the hole, bringing him down in a hurry. That is Henry St. Clair coming up from his defensive line position. And there was nothing there for Pfeiffer. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 now at the 22 for the Polar Bears.
And there's a big playability that this defense can provide, and that's what Hortonville has to try to avoid. Make this game close and be able to stay with the Rockets. And right now, time possession is working in their favor. Don't give the Neenah Rockets a lot of time and helping out your defense, too.
Once again, 3-man front for the Rockets. See if they give some protection to Pfeiffer. Talking about Hortonville, man in motion once again, dropping straight back in trouble. He's being chased around. Fensky trying to get there. Quick throw downfield and coming back to grab it. And pulling in, Levi Hebe pulls it down to the 32. Another first down for the Polar Bears.
Kind of like what they did on the previous 3rd down, but a little more drama with backing up deep in his own backfield. But
Cole Fensky had Pfeiffer in his sights, but instead it's a 9-yard gain. And another first down for the Polar Bears, now out to the 32-yard line.
This is where you look at teams with records where you're thinking, okay, this is going to be a one-sided game just looking at overall standings. But remember, we're week 9, so this is where you try to show everything you've learned throughout the whole season right now.
Empty the bucket tonight. We're going to have a whistle and a flag, probably delay a game. It will be.
Delay a game. Offense. 5 yards.
Well, that's not what you want. And again, that's the second penalty already on Hortonville tonight.
Doesn't matter if it's week 1, week 9, level 4 in the postseason. When a big play like that happens, you tend to celebrate a little bit longer than you normally do.
Yeah,
like, hey, nice play.
Yeah, and then getting the play call in and everybody set back up. So now it's 1st and 15 for the Polar Bears. Pfeiffer takes a look. Now he'll run it himself, have a little bit of room. We're going to have another flag down there. The fact that the Hortonville blocker helped the man up, I don't think is going to help his case at all.
I wasn't holding, but I was holding him, getting him back up from the ground.
Pfeiffer gained about 5 on the play, but that's going to be erased. They'll take that from the line of scrimmage. They'll make it a 1st and 25.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards from the previous spot. First.
So now the ball goes all the way back to the 16-yard line, so it's been 1 step forward, 2 steps back for the Polar Bears here. 8:09 left in the first quarter. Some other games, big one tonight is Appleton North at Kimberly. That's a big matchup there. Fond du Lac at Oshkosh West to complete those teams' schedule. Kaukauna over at Appleton East. Kimberly and Kaukauna trying to get into that tie for the FVA title. Here, 1st and 25 for the Polar Bears. 3 receivers out to the right side. Pfeiffer takes a look, now wheels out, looking downfield. Throws it, has his man around the 30, coming up and finally shoved out of bounds. That's going to be Abram Daniels, the junior wide receiver, coming out. So this sophomore actually looks pretty good under pressure. I mean, he's been forced from the pocket a lot tonight, Zach, but able to make the plays on the run.
Yeah, in high school we see that quite often when quarterbacks ran around. Usually we don't see a lot of completed passes, but he's been showing some promise now. The fact that this is the 3rd time of being able to scramble and find some decent passes and nice gains.
2 receivers right and left for the Polar Bears. They've had the ball already more than 4 minutes in this one. Still in their own territory at the 35. Man in motion off to the left. Pfeiffer drops straight back, taking a look for somebody open. There is somebody open, and they overthrow the intended receiver and almost picked off. That was Hebe out around the 45. And that time Pfeiffer couldn't get his shoulders around, squared up, and the ball sailed on him. Over there trying to pick it off was Brandon Price, who has really come on in the second half of the season. Oh, we're going to have a penalty against Neenah, illegal use of hands. So somebody got a little bit late with that, Chuck. And it'll be 10 yards and a 1st down.
Well, I may have been wrong earlier in the drive when I said this is not how the Polar Bears probably thought this first drive is working out. So far, they'll be pretty happy with this. The fact that time of possession's in their favor, nice plays, and penalties also helping them, especially being able to get out of a 1st and 25 jam.
That's the 3rd 1st down for the Polar Bears in this drive. They're now at their own 45. Single setback, getting the call straight ahead. Not going to get much there. That's Ashton Vellner. Vellner who comes up. He's got 122 yards on the season. We'll give him 2 more now. It'll be 2nd and 8. Vellner comes in. He had 50 yards against Pulaski, 2nd week of the season. Also has 5 receptions on the year. Hortonville likes running that spread offense. Once again, they send 2 receivers wide out to the left. Slot backs over there as well. Handoff goes straight ahead. Vallner trips through, gets over 1 man. He's going to pick up maybe a yard before he's thrown back there. Luke Young, who is another one of those 2-way players, both offense and defense. Son of Steve Young. So Vallner with another 2 yards, makes it 3rd and 6.
Now another big 3rd down, Dick, and they can get this one. Then the confidence really does build on a drive like this.
Pfeiffer straight back. Good protection. Now he's chased, going off to his right, looking downfield. He'll take it himself. It'll be shoved out of bounds around the Neenah 47. That'll be 2 yards short of the first down. One of those big old linemen came over. That's Peyton Dreyfurst, 6'2", 275-pound senior. Well, looks like Hortonville's going to give it a shot here on fourth down. And why not? I mean, at this point. So 4th and 3, they're marked it at the 48 of the Rockets. Tight formation. Handoff's going to, now Pfeiffer trying to roll out, can't find anybody, looking downfield, just throws it out toward nobody in particular, and a good stop. That time Cole Fensky back in there once again, along with Henry St. Clair on the big chase. That's actually the first incompletion for Pfeiffer tonight.
Yeah, it looked like the previous third downs we've seen where he's able to roll out, but just no one available, as you mentioned.
Yeah, tight formation that time, Zach. There was really nobody going out into the pattern, so Pfeiffer was just trying to chuck it away, so maybe get something. So we'll see the Neenah offense now come out, and of course that means Evan Van Evenhoven, the senior quarterback, and Grant Dean.
Evan Van Evenhoven, quarterback for the Rockets.
Receiver right and left for Neenah. And they're going to go with Van Evenhoven first of all. He spins around, gets up to about midfield. Yeah, they'll give him 2 yards on that. Van Evenhoven, 331 yards this year, scored 7 touchdowns as well. Really adds a nice dimension with Grant Dean. That gives them a lot of flexibility in that rushing offense.
And that's what you need, too. You just can't rely on one style of runner and just one runner, especially when you have injuries. Teams that tend to go far in the playoffs, usually when even an injury does pop up, that you can rely on a second runner.
Yeah, and Dre Hannon has stepped forward as a senior, too. Nice fill-in when Grant Dean was out injured. This time Van Evenhoven goes out, taking a look downfield. Wide open is Luke Young. He gets it around the 35, cuts inside a man, falls down. Turf Monster got him around the 25. But that's what Luke Young has not caught a lot of passes, just 11 this year, but it seems like every time he catches one, it's a big one.
Oh, definitely. And we just saw that right there, the fact that he knew he was wide open. Yeah, he got tripped up a little bit, but still a big gain.
All the way down to the Hortonville 25. 5:27 left in this opening quarter here on the OSI video stream of the week. Van Evenhoven takes a quick look, now rolls out to his right, looking downfield, has a man open there around the 10. And that is to Bennett Stuckel. Stuckel just running a drag pattern. We've got a flag on the play back around the 26, so let's see if that's a hold or a late hit. Well, Neenah's kind of shuffling backwards. So it's going to be a hold against Neenah. Unfortunately, erase that penalty. So we've had a lot of penalties here in the first 7 minutes or so in this one, Zach.
Yeah, I think Neenah Rocket might have said, yeah, that's definitely going to be on me. And that's why I saw the offense back up. But still, I mean, right now this offense is just connecting on all cylinders.
2 receivers come out to the left side. Dean behind Van Evenhoven. Little option this time. Van Evenhoven has the corner. He's down to the 30. Looks to cut inside. Going to be dragged down there by Caden Heidel. But all the way down to the 24-yard line. And they'll get 11 of those yards back. And we're talking about the threat when you have Grant Dean and Van Evenhoven there. If you're the defensive end, who do you cover? And you need linebacker help, need defensive back help to cover all of that.
You just better hope whoever you go after has the ball at that point.
And even this time, we'll give it to Dean, his first carry of the night. He gets through the line, gets down to about the 16. Will be about a yard short of the first down. We'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Let's see where they mark that one. Maybe the 17. So call it 2 yards short, 7-yard gain for Grant. Kind of a down year for him, 735 yards compared to 1,700 that he had last year. But he was knocked out in the Kaukauna game, missed a game after that. And a little more of a flexible offense this year with Van Evenhoven back from his injury for his senior season.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing when your numbers are down. It just means your offense is that great.
Dean gets the call. He escapes from Heidel, gets across inside the 15, down to about the 12. And it'll be a first down for Neenah as they're putting a march together here 8 minutes into this opening quarter. 13-yard line. A quick look at that Hortonville defense, 4-man front. Again, some size for the Polar Bears up front. Reggie Klein, one of the guys, he was all-conference last year, 270-pounder. Van Evenhoven drops back now, looks out, has his man, spinning it around down to about the 5-yard line. Is Blake Fish who gets into it. So they run him out from the slot back and just do a little out into the flat pattern, and Fish was wide open.
Yeah, right now for the Polar Bears, they just had to find a way just to hold on this set of downs. You'd love to create a turnover, but you're most likely just have to get a turnover and downs. But second and short is going to be very tough here for Hortonville.
Especially with Grant Dean in the backfield. And good offensive line up front for the Rockets. They won last week, 25-7. A little bit slow in the first half, but then they got things going. And now we've got some movement. Let's see who did what to whom. Again, in high school, if you're in the neutral zone, that calls the play to a halt. You can't get back. And that's going to be a first down penalty on Hortonville, which will move it down to about the 2.5.
Maybe it works out for the Polar Bears. Just get that threat of a first down out of the way.
I don't know if the coaches look the same way at that, Zach.
Second and short. Just get it. Now you can just got to hold on for 4 plays.
It's quite a task, and Van Evenhoven waiting for that snap. He'll take it himself behind Dean's block into the end zone. Touchdown, Neenah. So Neenah on the board first. Here with 2:51 left in this opening quarter. Fast-moving first quarter. And that'll bring out Jack Klunt to try the extra point. So getting set.
It's always interesting when teams try to have these interesting formations, and then you just hope that no one makes a mistake early on in the season.
Yeah. Hopefully it's straightened out by now. Klunt's extra point is up. So it is 7-0 Neenah here, and the OSI video stream of the week. Mind you, one of tonight's proud alumni and Neenah supporters is attorney Sam Bomir. Sam represents injured workers throughout the Fox cities in northeast Wisconsin who have been injured on the job. If you need legal consultation after a work injury, Sam's the attorney to contact. There's no one in northeast Wisconsin with greater years of experience helping injured workers than Sam. Call his office if you need consultation, 920-404-2050. There are no fees to their firm unless they obtain a recovery. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by calling for help. Sam wishes the Rockets good luck in tonight's game. And they've had luck and good execution in this one to take a 7-0 lead with 2:51 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, their defense for the Rockets held on when Hortonville was finding some success on their first drive, and their offense, they could have scored a whole lot quicker if it wasn't for some penalties, and this reminds you how this offense can be very powerful in this postseason.
Yeah, and just looking at things early, Zach, Neenah made it look fairly easy moving downfield. Hortonville had to work very hard to get their first downs, the 3 of them they got on their first drive, and that never bodes well if you're the team that has to work really hard to get the first downs.
Yeah, you spend 7 minutes to get to midfield, and you look at the Rockets, took 3 minutes to score.
So Klunt will be kicking off. This time they're sending back Levi Hebe is back there, along with Jack Tenney, standing around the 5. Klunt set to go. Kick comes down. Tenney gathers it at the 5. Looks straight up, leans up toward the left, trying to find a gap there. Gets around the corner out to the 20, 25, 30. He's got some running room. Finally tripped up around the 36-yard line. Knocked out of bounds. A nice wall set up that time by the Polar Bears. So Hortonville will set up at the 38. Again, it'll be A.J. Pfeiffer coming back out with the offense. Got a slot back. John Engelbert is lined up there on the right side. 2 receivers also off to the right. Tristan Barron's in the backfield with Pfeiffer. Quick throw goes out. That's a high pass that time over the head of Hebe. Incomplete.
Trying to see if they can catch the defense of the Rockets sleeping. Normally they've been running on every first down, but just could not connect. One score update, Kaukauna leads Appleton East 14-0 in the first quarter as we continue to wait for any score from Kimberly.
Yeah, that's a big game for Appleton North, too. They'd like to get into the mix here. Knock Kimberly out of a chance of winning an FVA title. Neenah, Kaukauna, Kimberly all tied at the top at 5-1. Behrens gets the call. He's going to be snowed under right away. About 4 or 5 Neenah jerseys there. Not giving him anything.
And this is where a turning point can pop up early right now for Hortonville. It's 3rd and 10. Your defense showed that they need some rest after that quick possession by the Rockets, and you don't want to give Neenah more momentum than they already have. 3rd and 10 is doable. We've seen how this offense, surprisingly or not, on that first drive.
Yeah, with that 3-man front, too, for Neenah, really gives the linebackers for Neenah a chance to read and react and get in there. This time you have 3 receivers stacked over, triangular effect over on the left side, 1 receiver off to the right side. Now a quick look. Pfeiffer now rolls out to his right, in some trouble, being chased and brought down around the 30-yard line. The sack for Neenah.
Back at the 30-yard line.
And so a loss of 8 on that play. So 4th and 18 now for Hortonville, and not much happening on that particular possession.
Yeah, I mean, that sack is, again, we talk about the offense for Neenah. I mean, their defense is just as potent. So right now, everything's clicking well right now for the Rockets.
Yeah, you heard Steve Young talk about it. They felt a little embarrassed after that loss to Kaukauna. Knew they got out-physicaled in that one. Punt getting ready to go away. It is. It's a fair catch called for and made at the 43-yard line. So at the 44, that's where Neenah will start. Grant Dean collects that one. 61 seconds left in this opening quarter. Neenah 7-0 in this one. Grant Dean, of course, going to the University of Wisconsin on a scholarship next year. They'll probably use him as a safety. And like a lot of guys who are freshmen, they'll say, here are the keys to the weight room. See you in a year.
We have one score now from Appleton North with the Lightning leading Kimberly 3-0 in the first.
Okay. Here 1st and 10 at the Neenah 44. Handoff goes in. Nope, they're going to keep it, and that's going to be Van Evenhoven. He's not going to get anything. Back there doing a really fine job to collecting up. Good. Josh Fraley back there, or Fraley back there to make the stop. Grady Quick also in. For Grady Quick, he's going to get half credit. That's 3.5 tackles for losses this year. -1 for Van Evenhoven. Now 2nd and 11. Man in motion. Van Evenhoven goes straight back, looking for the man that's going to be over the head of the intended receiver. Ashton Van Beek, who was very solid at quarterback last year as a freshman when Van Evenhoven went out with his injury for much of the season. But it brings up a 3rd and 11 now. Van Beek out at wide receiver this year. 12 receptions so far this year, has a touchdown. But some big yardage. 12 receptions, 351 yards on 12 receptions.
Well, we would have seen that right there. I mean, the fact that there was a possibility for that play to work just overshot his player. Again, that's how, I mean, there are players that just know how to work well with deep routes.
This time 3 receivers off to the left side for Van Evenhoven. Dropping straight back as Evan takes a look. He's going to throw long. He's got a whole bunch of guys wide open there. Luke Young grabs it, falls down at the 20. But again, Young with his 2nd big catch. There was nobody on that side of the field for Hortonville.
Now, we normally see 3-on-1 for defenders when you see a quarterback that has to risk a throw. All right, I'll try to squeeze between 2 defensive backs and maybe a linebacker. Normally you don't see 3 receivers and 1 defender in one spot.
35-yard pitch and catch that time from Van Evenhoven to Young.
It was like a basketball play looking at that, throwing down the court.
And Van Evenhoven will take it, fumble on it. He picks it up himself. Now it's still loose on the thing. Chase is on, and we'll see who gets it. Hortonville was trying to scoop it up, but I think the Polar Bears have it. They do. Hortonville comes up with it at the 26-yard line, and that ends the first quarter. So Hortonville turns away the Rockets as we finish up quarter number 1 here at Neenah High School. It's the Rockets 7, the Polar Bears nothing here on the OSI Video Stream of the Week.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
Back for the second quarter. You know, everything seems to cost more these days, including your electric bill. One reason you should contact our friends at Better Home Heating and Air Conditioning, your Rheem Pro partner dealer in the Fox Valley. When you contact Better Home Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll find a Rheem system for any budget and peace of mind that will get a system that's reliable, energy efficient, and most importantly, save you money. So what are you waiting for? Contact Better Home Heating and Air Conditioning, a division of Central Temperature. Contact them today because we always do. Back for second quarter action. Hortonville starts off with the ball at the start of the quarter, just like the first quarter. Pfeiffer rolling out to his right, looking for some place to go, gets it downfield, and almost intercepted there. But instead, it is caught. Isaac Banky grabs that one. Boy, that looked like that was going to be picked off, but Banky kept his eye on it. And we definitely see A.J. Pfeiffer likes to roll to his right when he's in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely know where he likes to go, but as this game progresses, the linebackers will also remember that too for the Rockets.
Gets up to the 35, a yard short of the first down. 7-0 Rockets. Here just starting quarter number 2. Pfeiffer brings a man in motion. Handoff on the delay, and it's going to be a first down. That is going to be Wallner taking it. And he'll get it out to about the 39-yard line, gain of 4, and that's a first down.
That was probably the most common first down so far for the Polar Bears. Not third and long, rolling out, hoping a receiver can grab it, or a penalty gets a first down. Just 2 quick plays, chains continue to move.
And you can see Pfeiffer still is a sophomore, and gets a little nervous sometimes, and he'll vacate the pocket fairly early and start looking downfield. But he's got some young receivers and talent around him, so Hortonville got a lot looking ahead here. Here, a 1st and 10. Quick pitch goes out, and it's caught around the 45-yard line. Fensky instantly on the play, and pulling that down is Hebe. And he'll pick up about 6 yards on it. So out to the 45. It'll be 2nd and 4. So you'd see Hortonville just kind of taking what Neenah gives them in this defense.
Well, that's what it's all about. You have to just try to adjust to the defense, and once they readjust, you'll try something else, either with a run or take a deep throw. It's all about this pass rush. The moment they can get this handled, then they can do some deep shots.
3-man front again for Neenah. 3 receivers out to the right side. Instead, handoff goes straight ahead. A big hole up the middle, crashing forward is the running back, and that is going to be Barons, or Jack Holdren, excuse me. Holdren with a big run up the middle on that delay, gets down to the Neenah 41. So a gain of 14 and a first down. Boy, very impressive play that time. Good blocking up front for the Polar Bears.
Yeah, that's their biggest run, and if they continue to block like that, I mean, this offense is already starting to open up with their 3rd possession.
2 receivers left side this time, so is the slot for the Polar Bears. Pfeiffer looks himself, now looking for someplace to go. He's not going to get much. He'll dive forward. Jonah Rittner came up to make the stop. Rittner coming up from his defensive back position, doing a nice job stuffing the run there. So that's going to be a 2-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Well, they're going to call it a 1-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 9 now at the 40.
Kaukauna now leads Appleton East 21-0 in the second quarter.
Yeah, the Ghosts trying to put that one away early and lay their claim to part of the FVA title. Pfeiffer taking a look, now rolling out to the right again. He's got some running room, but instead throws it downfield, and it's caught! Caught around the 21-yard line. Again, that's Levi Hebe. They'll put him down at the 22, but another first down. And I'm really impressed with this sophomore throwing on the run and keeping his eyes downfield.
Yeah, right now it seems that Neenah was more concerned about the running game, but we're seeing the offense of Hortonville just playing a big factor. And I wonder if those quick third down throws earlier in that first drive has just developed confidence.
Hortonville sets up once again. 1st and 10 now at the Neenah 22. Man in motion once again. Pfeiffer this time will take it on his own. Escapes one tackler. Gets it down to about the 16-yard line before he's tripped up there by Rittner. Now they're going to mark it at the 15, so a gain of 7. This is where it gets interesting, though, Zach, because the defense can compress a little bit as you get toward the end zone.
Yeah, that's definitely going to work in the Rockets' favor. This is where it gets a little more tricky now for Hortonville.
2nd and 3, you take a shot downfield maybe a little bit. We'll find out. 2 receivers off to the left side. 8:18 left in this first half. 7-0 Neenah. Hebe coming in motion. Pfeiffer straight back. He's going to throw toward the end zone wide open. Waiting for the pass and gathering it in is Colin Zong. 15-yard touchdown from Pfeiffer to Zong. And suddenly it's a 7-6 game.
You called it there, Dick. I think it was more of a deep pass before the field really compresses that you were saying. That's a perfect time.
Yeah, why not? 2nd and 3, you got everything in the playbook you can use.
Especially when there's no defender along with the receiver. Yeah. It's even better.
Yeah, just a simple out pattern toward the corner. So we're going to see Paul Grassi coming in to try the extra point. Pfeiffer on the hold. Snap down, kick is up, and the kick is good. And we are even here at Neenah. 7-7, 8:04 left in the first half. Hortonville and Neenah tied at 7 on your OSI video stream of the week.
What is the mark of a true builder? At Myron Construction, we believe it's in the details. It's the strong sense of commitment to the people and places in which we work. The more than 100 years of experience we bring to every project site. It's our labor force, 1,200 strong. Our investment in cutting-edge equipment and technology, and our commitment to exceeding expectations. Most of all, it's our passion for bringing dreams to life. This is building excellence.
For the 2nd consecutive year, Orthopedic Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
Well, Hortonville not going down easily here. Quick touchdown drive for the Polar Bears. It's 7-7. The kick is away. It's going to be a short one. Running up, fielding about the 11. Neenah is escaping one tackle. Still on his feet. That is Matthias Charles, the sophomore wide receiver. Brings it out to about the 33. They're going to mark it at the 32-yard line. And that is where Neenah will start here. And suddenly you've got to refocus on offense a little bit, Zach, and saying, okay, we're not in for a park walk here tonight.
Yeah, this gets a little tougher now. So you look at it for the Rockets, it's their 3rd possession. They were moving the ball pretty well in the 2nd possession, but the fumble changed the game right now for the Polar Bears to get them tied in this game. So I'm looking at this where Neenah just had to stay focused and forget that fumble even happened.
Evan Van Evenhoven at quarterback. Grant Dean is with him, sends a man in motion. Quick pitch going out. Trying to turn the corner. That's Stuckel. He's got some running room. Escapes one man past the 40, 45. Still on his feet over the 50. Still on his feet going down. And finally wrestled down around the Hortonville 25-yard line. Finally catching up to him was Kalen Plowman. But boy, Stuckel did a nice job. Broke 3 or 4 tackles on that one along the sideline.
And that's a run to get your offense back on track. And now if you're the Polar Bears, you're like, okay, what do we have to do now to get that fumble again?
Yep. 43-yard run by Stuckel. And we're going to have a timeout here by Hortonville. That's their first one, and we're tied at 7s here, 7:33 left in the half. Well, we have a chance to break here. We'd like to tell you that one of tonight's proud alumni and a Neenah supporter, you bet, is attorney Sam Bomir. Sam represents injured workers throughout the Fox cities in northeastern Wisconsin who have been injured on the job. If you need legal consultation after a work injury, Sam is the attorney to contact. There's no one in northeast Wisconsin with greater years of experience helping injured workers than Sam. Call his office if you need consultation, 920-404-2050. There are no fees to their firm unless they obtain a recovery, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by calling for help. Sam wishes the Rockets good luck in tonight's game. Didn't need luck on that one. The execution to Bennett Stuckel on the inside pitch was a big, big gain, and now they're down at the Hortonville 25.
And now if you're the Polar Bears, you just had to find a way to hold on at the 25, but the Rockets were very good in the red zone last time they were this far.
Now Grant Dean's going to get the call. They're going to put him on the ground after a gain of about 3. Jack Tenney in on the stop. They'll mark it, let's see if they put it the 22 or 23-yard line, right between them. So that'll be a 3-yard gain for Grant. See the big thing up on the board over here saying the live playoff reveal show. That's tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Got a live stream through the WIAA on that. Van Evenhoven will take it to the left on the option, looking for some running room. He's got a bit of a block, little slice open there. Gets it down inside. Looks like he's got enough for a first down inside the 15. Yep, they're going to mark it at the 15. So a gain of 7. Chain crew moves down. One of those chain crew members, Scott Bork, the former Neenah boys basketball coach, now retired. Said he kind of likes this retired stuff. Come out, do the chain gang stuff. 1st and 10 for the Rockets. Now at the Hortonville 15. Flag on the play. Dean gets it. He'll get down to about the 9, but let's see what happened. I looked in the backfield. Did somebody move a little bit early? Illegal formation that time. Well, we went through most of the second quarter without a penalty after a penalty-filled first quarter.
Yeah, roughly right at the halfway point, that's when we see our first penalty in the second quarter, but it's still a clean game up to this point. So I'm looking at it right now, 5 yards, but this offense can also make up those penalty yards pretty quick.
Two receivers coming out. That's Matthias Charles. Inside close, Van Beek is out wide to the right side. This time the pitch goes out to Dean. He's got some running room. Turns the corner around the 20, cuts it up inside the 15, inside the 10. Finally set down around the 4-yard line. He actually got spun down on top of a Hortonville player, so he wasn't down and kept it going for another yard or two.
Just keep fighting for those extra yards, because that's what your coaches tell you during the season, and how important we hear how 1 yard can make a difference in the postseason. So keep that mentality as we're in the final week of the regular season.
Yeah, Neenah already a lock for the playoffs. They'll find out their opponent and their seeding tomorrow. Dean lined up behind Van Evenhoven. They got it, waiting for the snap. They're going to go straight ahead with Dean. There's a flag thrown into the middle of the stack. That one came out of the umpire's hands, and so he saw something right up the middle. So let's see if it's a hold or something else. Hortonville's pointing toward Neenah's direction there. Dean got it down to the 1, but that's going to be erased.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
So they're going to march it back. They're going to give Dean the yardage, the +3. But then holding moves it back to the 11. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 11.
Provides an opportunity for the Polar Bears to try to get a 4th down stop, as this should be 4th down territory.
Van Beek and Charles come out to the left side this time. Grant Dean is with Van Evenhoven. You've got Blake Fish playing the up back, and now the pitch goes out to Dean. Dean trying to escape, one man does, gets it down to the 5, slammed out of bounds around the 3-yard line. So a gain of 8 on that play. It'll make it 2nd and goal, and Hortonville really having trouble with that wide play, not knowing whether to pick up Ben Evenoven or Dean, and Evan picks that up and makes the pitch just in time.
You're basically playing Super Techno Bowl where you just have to guess on the right play. Which ball carrier will have the ball and just hope that when you make the tackle, the play is over.
Tight formation this time. Van Beek goes out to the left, but it is a tight running formation. And it's going to be Dean picking it up. He just slides in behind, and it's going to be a touchdown for Neenah. Neenah touchdown. 5:01 left in the second quarter. From 3 yards out. And Neenah takes the lead right back now at 13-7.
That's what Neenah needed to do, especially after the touchdown scored by the Polar Bears, just to show that, hey, this offense is still running at full capacity.
Yeah, Bennett Stuckel started things off with that big run of 43 yards. And the pitch goes out, and this time Van Evenoven is going to take it himself and run it in. So they're going to put a little pressure on Hortonville there, say, boy, even if you get one back on us, we're going to keep things moving. And now 15-7, Neenah leads Hortonville, and you're watching the OSI video stream of the week.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
Back at Neenah here. Neenah going up 15-7 with that 2-point conversion run by Evan Van Evenoven. Once again, going back for Hortonville, waiting for this one is Jack Tenney and Levi Hebe. Kick comes up. Hebe gets underneath it at the 10. He'll bring it up, come up to his right side, trying to find a corner. He'll be corralled there. Brought down by Luke Moran, the senior cornerback. They'll mark it at about the 18-yard line. And that's where Hortonville will start. They've got 4:55 left, 2 timeouts left in this opening half. They'll mark it at the 23. That's where the Polar Bears will start. So Hortonville, which has been fairly efficient on offense. Let's see if they can pick that back up again after giving up the big drive.
Kaukauna now leads Appleton East 28-0 in the second quarter, and Kimberly has taken the lead over Appleton North 7-3 in the second.
Now, Appleton North has lived on its defense all year. Now they've got to fight back, get some offensive touchdowns as well. Saw them last week against Appleton East on the score. Got a 12-0 win over the Patriots. There, quick pitch goes out. Hebe has it around the 29-yard line right there and throwing him down to the ground. That's Brandon Price.
It's a great play to witness as you're a Polar Bears fan because, well, they're passing again and just completing these. And this is how you continue to stay in a game like this. As long as you're moving forward and you get those third and shorts, if not, gain first down on second down, this is how you look at your team and say, hey, we have a healthy offense that's moving the ball.
Well, that healthy offense now setting up on a 2nd and 4. Setting up the back. Looks like John Engelbert now in motion going out to the right. Pfeiffer drops straight back, lots of time, looks across the middle, but it's behind the intended receiver. Colin Zhang was the intended receiver, and boy, he was open across the middle. Pfeiffer just couldn't connect.
Well, that's the thing. It was a great play, a great route. It was just a bad throw. So things are moving on this defense, and right now the play calling is starting to look pretty good for the Polar Bears of just giving players opportunities to make plays.
Well, and that's one of those things, too, when you have high school athletes, that's great plays, but, you've got 16, 17, 18-year-old kids executing them out there. 4:09 left in this first half. 15-7, Neenah leading. Zhang in motion, going off to the right. Pfeiffer this time takes a look, now feels the pressure, goes downfield, gets it caught at the 42-yard line and fumbled and right into the hands. It was caught by Banky. Big hit put on him. Dropped the ball, and Andrew Carlson was right there. And Isaac Banky got a big hit around the 39. And the officials are saying, was it too high of a hit? And I don't think so, but, we're going to take a look. Carlson landed on the football. The flag came down, and now they're going to have a discussion about it.
Put his helmet on the ball.
So we'll see. Yeah, good to see that Banky's up. He'll come off, and it's been one of those things. Talking to the Hortonville coaches before the game, they had a lot of guys, scratch that guy, scratch that guy. A lot of injuries through the year here for the Polar Bears.
So that's what you were doing with the assistants before the game. I wasn't sure if it was a word puzzle or a lot of scratching.
Well, you could call it a word puzzle. I'm usually asking for pronunciations. And what's come up now is not even so much last names. Sometimes first names will throw you.
One name can be pronounced 5 different ways, and that's
right,
why the simplest of names, you just need to double-check.
Discussion continuing here. Let's see if they're going to pick up this flag or if they're going to call it.
It's been a great...
Nick Reichert coming out to talk to one of the officials.
The ruling on the field is a completed catch and a fumble. Personal foul. Illegal helmet contact.
They're calling illegal helmet contact. Neenah fans aren't going to like that one very much. Hortonville will keep the ball, and it's going to be a first down for them. And it's going to be 15 yards. Well, it's a tough one for the Rockets.
Yeah, it was a tough hit, but this penalty now continues to keep this drive going. And again, 15 yards is huge, especially in high school. Now you're inside Neenah territory.
So they'll mark the ball now at the 43 of Neenah. So erase that fumble recovery by Carlson. Pfeiffer dropping straight back. Now they're going to set up a screen. Neenah has stuffed it out. Hebe's going to be upended in the background, and that's going to be Andrew Carlson. Says, take the fumble recover away from me. Okay, I'll knock it back for a loss of 5.
Yeah, I mean, that's a tough play when you're running a screen and there's 5 Rockets looking for the ball carrier. You're not going – first, you're lucky to even reach the line of scrimmage, but maybe the loss of only 4 is not that bad.
Yeah, they'll mark it officially at the 46, so a loss of 3 on the play. Clock running, 3:26 left in this opening half. Now a 2nd and 13 for the Polar Bears. Been kind of living on the edge offensively the entire game. Pfeiffer rolling to his left, fires it back across. This time some running room. They've got it to Behrens. Behrens will be chased down by St. Clair at about the 42-yard line. So a gain of 4 will bring up 3rd and 9.
With under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, I wonder if this would be 2-down territory for the Polar Bears just to keep up with the scoring of the Rockets.
We'll find out right here at the 42-yard line. Pfeiffer's 3 receivers out wide to the left side. Zhang in a little bit of motion. Pfeiffer taking a look, now being bounced toward the right. Taking a look downfield, fires it out there, and it's going to fall incomplete. He actually had a man open. That was Xavier Cranky out around the 35-yard line. He was short of the first down, but he was open. So it looks like, let's see if the offense stays out there. Looks like Pfeiffer's going to remain out there on 4th and 9. Big old, nearly full moon over Neenah High School here tonight. Here, 4th and 9. And they're going to set up in punt formation. Hebe will punt. Or expected to punt. With 2.5 left. We've got a flag on the play. Punt's a line drive. They're going to let it go, and it's going to hop into the end zone, but let's see what the flag is. So we'll discuss that one. It's going to be illegal procedure against Hortonville. Let's see if Neenah wants it or if they'll take the ball to 20 with 2:21 left. We're in the opening half, 15-7 Rockets. So if you're Neenah here, definitely an opportunity if you score.
On the kicking team. Neenah's elected to have that 5-yard penalty enforced in the succeeding spot.
So they'll get the ball. Neenah will get the ball to 25.
I know there's that possibility you can re-kick and try to return, but the only question on that is that was a nice kick. So how much are you really going to gain in that situation compared to
you're going to lose another 10 seconds on the clock.
9 seconds
too.
vanish, so you lose that, and then the worst part is it's near the 20 again.
Yep. So Neenah sets up. Again, all 3 timeouts for the Rockets. Van Evenhoven, 2 receivers out there, takes a look. Now swings it out to Dean. Hortonville defense is right over there. Dean escapes a few of them, makes it about a 7-yard gain. So moves it all the way out to the 32-yard line. Reggie Klain out there to pull him down, and Dean did a really nice job. There were 3 Hortonville defenders right there, and he kind of swept between them to pick up 3 or 4 extra yards.
Oh, yeah, and be able to get out of bounds, which is a huge, important part of that.
Dean lined up behind Van Evenhoven this time. Grant will get the ball. He gets inside. He makes his big spin move out to the 45 and knocked out of bounds near midfield. And, boy, when he gets in the open field, he is just so tough to bring down.
And again, 2 plays go by, almost near midfield, and this is right what Neenah wanted. 2:08 near midfield, plenty of time, all their timeouts.
And an 8-point lead, chance to score, and again, getting the ball to start the second half. Van Evenhoven this time. Taking a look, see if Dean gets the call again. He will. Spins around, gets away from one tackler. Still on his feet. Eludes a couple more. Gets inside Hortonville territory down to the 41. He's going to be close to a first down there. They might mark it just a touch short.
No rush from the Rockets. Plenty of time. It's still 1:50. But with all 3 timeouts, it feels like you have 3 minutes.
Yeah, it really does. So they're letting the clock run. 1:42 left here in this second quarter. And, boy, you really have to be disciplined if you're going to try to tackle Grant Dean. You just can't fall in for the leg he gives you, then takes away. Van Evenhoven coming out. He's going to be in trouble, and he's going to get away from one man. Now on the move, runs by the lineman down to the 30-yard line, finally knocked out of bounds. Boy, Josh Fraley had him all tied up in the backfield, just could not put him down. Instead, Van Evenhoven runs it down to the 29. That's a first down, a gain of 13 for the Rockets.
And that's what's so dangerous. If you cannot get the quarterback down, especially for how long he was able to wait and break away, no one's rushing after you, so that's why you had plenty of yards to gain.
Now a 1st and 10, 29-yard line of Hortonville. $1:20 left until the break. Going to get through the second man through, and that is Cooper Seek getting the first call of the night. He's going to pick up 1 or 2. I'll give him 1 on that. Give Grant Dean a little bit of a break. And again, Neenah taking their time. We're inside a minute now in this second quarter. Van Evenhoven takes a look, flares it out. Over there is Young. Young gets away from one man and gets shoved out of bounds. Uses that big body, get it all the way down to the 11-yard line.
It looked like he wanted to get out of bounds a little bit earlier, but when you're still just stumbling and you're not being tackled, you have to just keep gaining extra yards, and an extra push from Hortonville helps gain another 2 yards.
Yeah, he got that first hit, but he didn't go down. Finally realized, hey, my feet are still underneath me. And picked up another 10 yards after that. Get into Grant Dean territory here. 1st and 10, 11-yard line of Hortonville, 47.9 left. Van Evenoven rolling out to the left, looking for someplace to go. Now in some trouble, escapes one man. A lot of running room inside the 10, the 5, looking for someplace to go. Is he at the pylon? Nope, he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 1. So it's going to be enough for a first down. So give Evan 10 yards on about the 45-yard run that he had in the backfield. It'll be a 1st and goal at the 1 with 32 seconds left. Set to work. And Van Evenoven will keep it himself and scoot in. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Rockets. Van Evenoven picks it up. That's his 2nd touchdown run of the night. And with 17.2 left, it's now a 21-7 game, and Jack Klunt will come out to try the extra point. Boy, and that's a tough one if you're the Polar Bears. You wanted to get a hold that time and keep them out of there. It's now down by 2 scores. And I don't know if Grant Dean has an equipment thing or a little bit of blood or something like that, or telling Steve Young exactly, what's going on. Well, anyway, the referees told him to take a seat on this extra point. So Klunt getting set to kick. Van Evenoven on the hold, trying to make it a 22-7 game. And the kick does just that. So it's 22-7 now. Neenah up in this one, and you are watching the OSI video stream of the week.
Dusty boots from a hard day's work, a sense of progress and pride. A hard hat adorned with a collection of successful projects and dreams brought to life. These are trademarks of a construction worker, their unique signature. At Myron Construction, the men and women who build our projects from the ground up balance artistry and skill with safe, quality construction. Their legacy reaches far beyond the physical structures they build, setting the stage for our clients to do what they do best. Together, we're building excellence.
17.2 seconds left in the second quarter here at Neenah High School. Dick Napinski, Zach Morris with you, and Neenah has moved out to a 22-7 lead. They're up 7-0, but they've scored the last 2 touchdowns. And Hortonville's been able to move the ball. They just have not been able to cash in other than the one drive.
There are 2 drives where this offense looks like it can move, and then 2 others just not much action. So now it comes down to what can they learn and try to move into the second half, but their defense will be tested because you have to try to hold hold Neenah one more time.
Kick is away. It's going to be a liner by Klunt. Left around the 28-yard line, scooped up there and brought forward. And that is going to be John Engelbert, excuse me. Brings it up to the 32 with 11.1 left. We'll see if Hortonville tries anything or just takes a knee to finish up the first half. We'll take a little break at the half. Find some other scores around the area.
Yeah, speaking of Kimberly, they're still leading Appleton North 7-3 in the second quarter. And also in the second, Kaukauna leading Appleton East 35-0.
That one going to running clock if it stays that way into the second half. Well, spread offense for Hortonville. 3 receivers off to the right side, 1 to the left here with 11.1. Pfeiffer going straight back, being rushed, and he's in trouble. Gets away from one man, dumps it off in the middle, and hit hard and dropped right away. Nice hit out there by Grant Dean, but a timeout called. Zhang out there on the catch out near the 46-yard line. And a timeout by Hortonville.
So I don't know if just trying to get to the 46 is that could be enough for a Hail Mary attempt, but still a nice throw to show that this offense is getting better by Hortonville, and this is a lot of success to look forward to for the next season and continue to build. And Never know. You can always pull off a surprise in the second half, and it could start with a deep throw right here.
Yeah, and it really isn't so much the offense right now, but the Hortonville defense has had some real problems trying to contain the Rockets offensively.
Yeah, the one stop by the Rockets, being able to get that fumble is what helped jumpstart this offense as well, and that's what you need to beat a team like Neenah. You need to play well on both sides of the ball, if not all three with special teams.
So again, Pfeiffer going to be set. He's got two receivers right and left with 3.3 left on the clock. So time for one more play, and now Neenah wants a timeout.
Well, they even know that this could be a possibility that this deep throw could work, and make sure the defense is set.
Yeah, saw the formation there and said, okay, now we want to be set. And you know there's going to be basically the umbrella coverage up top. But we're getting toward that part of the season. We see for Neenah, they are talking about not only football, but soccer and volleyball moving toward the tournament season. Cross country next weekend. We'll go into the sectionals. So we're starting to wind down that fall season. And I saw our friend Mark Miller has the Wisconsin Basketball Yearbook going to publication right now. So that's coming up very soon. And it's just one of those things. Transition time. I always say the last weekend in October and the last weekend in February is probably the craziest for anybody who covers prep sports in the state of Wisconsin because everything's going on at once.
Yeah, so you look at this, if you're playing a fall sport, you got to get ready for winter, depending how far your team does make it into the playoffs if you are a multi-sport athlete.
Yeah, we've seen that with Kimberly delaying basketball till December a lot of times because of the success of their football team. Here, 3.3 left, two receivers right and left, A.J. Pfeiffer, and we've got some movement on the line. One of the big guys up front got a little bit anxious, so there's a penalty.
It's still first down.
Still first down, but now it moves back to the 41-yard line.
Well, extra 5 yards won't be a problem for you.
Well, at this point, yeah. It's
the hook and
did you
ladder.
Want 54 or 59-yard play?
The hook and ladder won't be affected by 5 yards.
You've got 5 or 6 players about 20 yards off the ball, and you're going to get it out to Hebe. Hebe now will take it. He'll be running, and he'll be knocked down by St. Clair around the 48-yard line. So a gain of 7 to finish up the first half, and that's what we have. It's 22-7, Neenah leading Hortonville here at the end of the first half. And as we wrap things up here for the half for the OSI video stream of the week, with a 22-7 score, the Rockets in front. We'd like to remind you that, everything seems to cost more these days, including your electric bill. One reason you should contact our friends at Better Home Heating and Air Conditioning, your Rheem Pro partner dealer in the Fox Valley. When you contact Better Home Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll find a Rheem system for any budget and peace of mind that you'll get from a system that is reliable, energy efficient, and most importantly, that'll save you money. So what are you waiting for? Contact Better Home Heating and Air Conditioning, a division of Central Temperature. Contact them today. We always do. Before we take a break here, we've got a Hortonville man down being tended to, one of the linemen out around the 38-yard line. So the trainer's out there looking him over. So hopefully nothing serious there. But we'll have the halftime show here at Neenah High School starting shortly. But anyway, Zach, before we take that break, again, Neenah able to move their offense very, very effectively here in the first half against the Hortonville defense. Hortonville showed some promise on offense, but it's been a lot of work for the Polar Bears to move.
Yeah, other than 2 drives, this offense has a lot of things to work out in the second half, but still a lot of success when you look at for Hortonville where you're able to pass the ball. Running game, there was 1 or 2 good runs, but other than that, not so much. But it's all about the defense. Try to find a way to get a couple more turnovers and get this offense back on track. It's amazing the difference when if you get 2 or 3 turnovers in one half, how all of a sudden things start to work out great for both your offense and defense.
Okay, with a 22-7 score, Neenah will get the ball to start the second half. So we will take a break here, and we'll be back in about 15 minutes with the second half. And you're watching the OSI video stream of the week.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
Myron Construction has the unique opportunity to build the landscape of our communities. We play a role in shaping the region as well as communities across the country. Our work supports a range of organizations and industries, ones that ensure health and well-being, secure resources for struggling populations, teach our children, enrich local economies, provide spaces for recreation and entertainment, and strengthen our neighborhoods. We create thriving, welcoming places for people to work, play, and engage. Together, we're building excellence.
Just about ready for second half action here on the OSI Video Stream of the Week, where Neenah trying to get a share of that FBA conference title. Currently up on Hortonville, 22-7. Polar Bears trying to get themselves on the playoff bubble, but they've got some work to do. Neenah gets the ball to start the second half. Dick Napinski, Zach Morris with you. Let's look around the FBA. Some halftime scores for you. The other big game in the conference, and actually two of them, with probably the best matchup. Kimberly leading Appleton North 7-3 at the half, and that Lightning defense, which shut out Appleton East last week, they've come to play again against their arch rival, Kimberly.
Yeah, and that's where they just need a big play on their defense. Just get a turnover, maybe get inside the 30, and then hope for the best at that point.
Kaukauna, the other team involved in the possibly tri-champions this year in the FBA, they're all over Appleton East at the half, 35-0, so that one will move to running clock to start the second half. Not much surprise there, and Kaukauna has just looked very, very good this year. They had the one hiccup against Kimberly, of course, but Kimberly played well. They came back in that one from a deficit last week to go up in that one. So that is the other game going on right now.
And I don't think it matters that they win first out of the three.
Yeah,
I don't think there's bonus points when you're sharing a title.
You don't get 1A for that. Other game in the FBA tonight at halftime, Fond du Lac, which still has an opportunity. They get on the bubble with a win. They're leading Oshkosh West 14-8 at the half. Our friend Travis Wilson from WIS Sports said, Fondy wins, they'll probably be one of the last teams into the playoffs just because of the FBA schedule they play and so forth. So that's the way it stands right now. Some other area teams, Winneconne trying to win the conference title, so Seymour, but Winneconne right now is up 21-7 at the half. Wapaka, which has a chance to get into the playoffs, they're ahead of Xavier at the half, 14-3. Kind of a tough year for Xavier this year, not up to their usual standards. Little Chute is over Two Rivers, 14-0. Freedom leading Luxembourg Casco, 20-14. Wrightstown up on New London, 21-0. Some other scores: West De Pere, perhaps one of the best teams in Division II in the entire state. They're up 35-0 on Appleton West. And Oostburg leads Hilbert. Hilbert needs a win to possibly get into the playoffs, but they're trailing 6-0 at the half. And so you're taking a look at some of these right now. FVL, if they can beat Shawano tonight, Shawano's 0-6 in conference. Don't have a score on that one yet, but they'd probably be one of the first 3 and 4 teams to get in via tiebreaker. Some elsewhere around, Wyowega, Fremont, and Colby. The winner of that one, Colby's leading that one right now 6-0. They'll be the first one to get in the playoffs, the winner of that one. Brilliant and Velders. Brilliant wins, they get in and eliminates Velders. Some of the other ones out there, Shiocton is eliminated with a loss. Their chances are pretty tenuous right now as well. Roncalli and Chilton. Chilton is out with a loss. So you're getting down to that time of year that a lot of teams got to battle their way uphill to try to get themselves onto the playoff bubble. And that includes these Hortonville Polar Bears as they start getting ready for this second half and kicking off to the Neenah Rockets. Our scores so far: Evan Van Evenhoven has run for 2 touchdowns. Grant Dean has run for 1. The other one for Hortonville. Nice pass by A.J. Pfeiffer, if we call, found Colin Zhang on a corner pattern in the end zone. That tied it up 7-7 early in the second quarter, but Neenah has scored twice since then to take over in this game, 22-7. But we do have 24 minutes left in the regular season here with these two teams as we get ready for that one. And Zach, really a crucial defensive stand needed out of the Hortonville Polar Bears here to start the third quarter.
Yeah, they definitely will have to try to hold Neenah, maybe get a turnover, and just try to get something going on this team. It's amazing if you just quick, maybe a quick onside kick, really get your offense rolling.
Downside of that, boy, if you don't get it, you give the Rockets the ball at midfield.
But your defense would be rusted, so. If we can't see in the pros anymore, maybe we'll see it at
That's
the
right.
collegiate
Yeah,
level.
I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Level.
And so for Hortonville, it's going to be Paul Grassi kicking things off. Again, Bennett Stuckel is back there with Matthias Charles. Around the 15-yard line. That's Van Beek. Van Beek slips up the middle, gets out to about the 35 before he's put down there. So 1st and 10 for Neenah at its own 35-yard line. Out comes Van Evenhoven and Grant Dean and the rest of the Rockets crew to start things off here on a beautiful, clear night. Boy, if you play football, you can't ask for a better night than this one.
Yeah, it's not freezing cold yet.
Yeah,
so
the wind has calmed down.
This is what you want. It's not raining. It's not snow. Well, snow can be fun, but the problem is it's going to be real cold if it's snowing.
Yeah, it changes things too. So there, Van Evenhoven getting set. He'll take it himself. Big hole up the middle, past the 45, past the 50. Suddenly, Van Evenhoven's on the loose, inside the 30, inside the 20, shoved out of bounds. Finally, shoved out of bounds by Cameron Coronas down at the 19-yard line. So a 46-yard gain to start off Neenah. And, boy, that's what a well-executed play by the Rockets that time.
Yeah, and that's that big play that we're known. That's known for the Neenah Rockets, and being able to just have that quick burst to start out the second half.
Yeah, it takes the blocking up front to get everybody sealed off to that left side and give Van Evenhoven the chance to run. Evan drops back this time. A little bit of a rush, being chased. He's got some running room. Got a flag on the play. Wide open in the end zone. Making the catch is Young. But that one's going to come back. There's Holding back around the 26-yard line.
Yeah, you can tell by the celebration, the fact that not many players
It was muted.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot.
So it'll be 1st and 20. They'll move it back to the 29-yard line. Remember, they had some players in the NFL. They say all they do is catch touchdowns. I mean, Luke Young is kind of like that. All he catches is big plays.
Yeah, I mean, able to be your deep threat, and that's the most important part, where everyone, when they build your offense, you like to assume that a player is really good at that. Thing is, they actually have the player that can do it.
We've got Stuckland Van Beek heading out to the left side this time. Dean's behind Van Evenhoven here on 1st and 20. Van Evenhoven go up, and he's going to be right into the arms of Josh Fraley. Going to be dropped for a loss of 2. We'll make it 2nd and 22. Ball now resting at the 31-yard line.
Loss of 2 on the play at the 31. It's 2nd and 22.
Everybody finds out where they're going to go tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, WIAA will put out they have the reveal show now to tell where everybody's going to go.
I miss the old coaches' meetings, and then you start hearing the rumors of what it was.
Yeah, that this guy didn't want to play that guy in the second round, so he voted for this other team to be the 3rd seed. Again, Van Evenhoven drops back, taking a look downfield. Wide open is Dean at the 15. He's going to be dropped right there. But just a wheel route outside. Tackle made out there. We've got a flag later on. I think somebody from Hortonville said something at the end. Ball's going to be resting at the 13 for now.
Ball's down to the 13-yard line.
It'll be a first down regardless. Now let's let the officials sort this out. Unsportsmanlike against Neenah. Nope. Well, that is something that will drive Steve Young and the coaching staff crazy right there.
Ball moves back to the 28.
Especially after the play. It's a tough penalty to have. Now, if you're the Polar Bears, this is your chance now. You got a long second down.
And officially, that was not a first down play. It got down to the 13-yard line. So you also, since it's after the play, you lose the down, and then you lose the 15 yards. So now you're back at the 28.
Second chance here for the Polar Bears to try to force a tough 4th down.
Dean lines up just to the left of Van Evenhoven. 3 receivers go out to the left. And here comes the blitz. Van Evenhoven gets away from a couple people. Now he's on the run. He outsprints a couple people down to the 10, gets turned around. He's going to have a first down at the 8. Everybody was back in coverage, and once Van Evenhoven beat the guys in the front line, it was wide open down the sideline. So a gain of 20 yards will make it 1st and goal, and boy, Hortonville had their opportunity there.
Yeah, a tough break there for the Polar Bears, but an excellent play. They had their chances with the blitz, but doing a great job of just getting around the blitz, and no one able to catch them.
Van Beek goes out very wide to the left. Tight formation otherwise, though. It's going to go off to Dean. Dean picking his way through the blockers, and we're going to have another flag on the play. We got a couple of them. Let's see what they have on this one. Dean got down to about the 3-yard line. Hortonville's not pointing the other way. Usually that takes place pretty quick. Let's see what they've got.
Personal foul.
Face mask. So face mask will still be first down. And so we have a timeout on the field right now.
Ball spotted at the 2-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 2. It's going to be a first down.
First and goal at the 2.
And Steve Young talking to the official about something.
A lot of pointing.
With the fans using the air horn.
Oh, they said the air horn. Oh, it's the old air horn prohibition.
I was going to say, I've heard it throughout the game. I was surprised they let it go by, but it apparently got very distracting.
Yeah. You know, it's one of those things here, unique at Neenah, that everybody's on one side of the field. So it's all the fans. This new stadium that opened up last fall.
And not very often you get to be at a place where the referee is on a microphone.
Yeah, not on the high school level, that's
so
for sure.
Be able to just have him say, hey, by the way, stop the air horn.
Yep. First and goal for Neenah. Yep, we've got another flag.
Flags on the play.
Somebody appeared to take off a little early. Offside, nope, offside against Hortonville. So Neenah putting together a drive here.
Ball moves to the 1-yard line.
It's at the 3/4 yard line, Zach, maybe?
Yeah, and a lot of penalties in this second half compared to what we're experiencing in the first half. So making up the pace of play at least for.
Yeah, first quarter had a lot of penalties. Second quarter, not so much. Here we've already had 4.
Means the
drive.
Fourth quarter should be pretty clean.
Yeah. Van Evenhoven's taking it himself. He's going to get into the end zone, touchdown. So that's his 3rd touchdown running tonight. And it's now a 28-7 Neenah lead. And again, except for the personal foul penalty that backed that up, really impressed with Van Evenhoven here. His scrambling ability, getting out of trouble in the pocket and able to get downfield. So Jack Clunt will be on to try to make this a 22-point game. Kick is up, and the kick is good. And with that, it's 29-7. With 9:20 left in this quarter, you are watching the OSI video stream of the week. And we'd like to remind you that one of tonight's proud alumni and Neenah supporters is attorney Sam Beaumere. Sam represents injured workers throughout the Fox cities in northeastern Wisconsin who have been injured on the job. If you need legal consultation after a work injury, Sam is the attorney to contact. There's no one in northeast Wisconsin with greater years of experience helping injured workers than Sam. Call his office if you need consultation at 920-404-2050. There are no fees to their firm unless they obtain a recovery, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by calling for help. Sam wishes the Rockets good luck in tonight's game.
So a big drive there by Neenah to be able to increase this lead as trying to get a share of the FVA title, as right now, 2 out of the 3 will probably get that title, but it's a little bit tougher for Kimberly. We'll see how that game progresses.
That game's at Kimberly tonight, too.
But over the years, that's always been a great matchup. So even if North's not that high level as we used to see, when that game used to determine who would win the FVA, and we've seen that alternate, other than it's usually Kimberly still part of it. Kimberly and Fond du Lac, Kaukauna and Kimberly.
Yeah, Kimberly has been kind of the measuring stick for the rest of the teams in the FVA, and deservedly so. Kick by Clunt is up, and we've got another flag. Okay. Somebody was offsides.
Flags on the play.
Encroachment on a kicking team.
So somebody in the kick coverage team got a little eager that time, Zach, and so they'll march it back to the 35 and try it again.
The third quarter score, Menasha leading Sheboygan North 21-14.
So Menasha's already in the playoffs, but trying to set themselves up well. And Menasha, Notre Dame, Oshkosh North, good to see them rebounding a little bit, and Sheboygan North are already in. Other teams in that, Green Bay East, Green Bay West, Manitowoc, and Sheboygan South, do not have an opportunity to get into the playoffs. Here the kick is away. Comes back to about the 23-yard line, scooped up there. And that's Engelbert. Engelbert he's going backwards. He got snowed under that time. So out there, Cole Fensky out on the coverage, also getting up there, doing a nice job with Bennett Stuckel. Ball's going to be resting at the 19-yard line. That's where Hortonville will start their first possession of the second half here with 9:13 left.
Hit by Bennett Stuckel at the 19. First and 10.
So Hortonville now, that hill got a little steeper. So A.J. Pfeiffer and company going to try to do something about that. Abram Daniels out wide to the left side. We see the other direction, Connor Christensen. Now a little pitch goes in. Double reverse being tried. Hebe getting set. He's going to throw it downfield wide open and underneath it a little bit. Yep, we're going to have a flag coming back. And that was the thing. Brandon Price was playing the man, never saw the ball, and ended up running in to the receiver, Colin Zhang. Oh, why not empty the bucket here? It's the last game of the season. So it's going to be another penalty. In case you're keeping track, Zach, that's 6 so far in this quarter.
Yes, and we're not even at the halfway point yet in this third quarter. And that's a penalty that's going to help out the Polar Bears now. Trying to get that trickery play. Who knows how long they've been holding on to that play this season, but enough to cause enough confusion for the Rockets.
Yep, up to the 34-yard line. 9:05 left in this third quarter. 29-7, Neenah leading the way.
I mean, I was confused. Wasn't really sure who was going to hold on to that ball or who was going to get the pass, but
well, Neenah had that inside pitch really covered well, but then it came back the other direction. And Hebe launched it a little bit, and Zhang had to come back for it and ended up drawing the penalty. 3 receivers off left side. A.J. Pfeiffer now sends a man in motion. That's Zhang. A quick look on the turn-in, and that's grabbed by Hebe. And it's only going to be a gain of about 3 yards.
Pfeiffer's pass complete to Levi Hebe. Tackled by
It'll be 2nd and 7.
At the 37-yard
For
line.
Neenah, trying to win a share of the FEA title
2nd and 7.
for the second time in 3 years. They've not won an outright title, I believe, since 1987. Just shows you how tough this FEA is. 2nd and 7. Pfeiffer again. This time he's going to take it himself. He's got some running room past the 40, out to about the 43 before he's knocked down there.
Tackled by Jonah Rittner.
He's going to be about a yard short of a first down. Make it 3rd and 1 at the 43.
3rd and 1.
Hebe comes out wide to the right this time. Jack Holdren is in the backfield. Pfeiffer up under center. The handoff straight ahead, and that smashing forward. There's going to be enough for a first down there. In fact, all the way out to the 48-yard line goes the pile. And it looks like the guy with the...
The ball carrier takes it up to the 47-yard line.
So we're going to have a first down there on the run.
1st and 10 for Hortonville.
Mark it at the 47. And now we've got an official's timeout. Now we've got a man who's, it looks like Hebe is, we got a guy, that was, it's Dryfurst. He was the guy who was out at the end of the half. And the trainers looked at him for quite a while. And he tried coming off and just couldn't put any weight on that foot, so.
yeah, he was trying to get up at the end of that play and then just stopped halfway through and helped by a teammate off.
Trainer's looking at him, but he tried to gut it out here in the third quarter, but probably got caught up in the pile. He's one of the big, beefy guys up front for Hortonville. Here it's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Handoff goes on the delay, bouncing it to the outside. And being knocked down after a gain is Holdren. Holdren maybe gets 3 yards on that. Cole Fensky gets another tackle. Boy, Fensky's had a nice season. Came into this game with 50 tackles on the year, 3 for loss, fumble recovery, a forced fumble. Had 13 tackles against Oshkosh West this year. Was a major contributor in that win against Kimberly, too, a couple weeks back. 2nd and 7, ball right at midfield. We're about midway through this third quarter. This time trips go out to the left side for the Polar Bears. Pfeiffer comes back. He's under a rush, moving out, tries to throw it. Throws it in the general direction of his receiver. That's Daniels. But it's going to be incomplete. So 3rd and 7 now. Another nice pass rush by Neenah. And you can tell Dryfurst was out that time because that defensive end just got around the right side and came steaming in after Pfeiffer.
No, our big 3rd down, just trying to keep this possession going because if this doesn't work out, we already know what Neenah's probably going to be able to do once they get the ball back.
Once again, trips on the left side for A.J. Pfeiffer. 3-man front for Neenah. Fake, Pfeiffer looking, now punches it forward, and it's dropped. And we're going to have a late flag coming in. I'm not sure what happened there. Zhang was the intended receiver. He would have been well short of the first down around the 47 of Neenah. But the third quarter flag fest continues. And it's going to be against Hortonville. Pass interference offense, and it's going to be declined.
Result of the play, 4th down.
So now it's 4th down. So that was the pick play that didn't quite work out too well. 4th and 7.
Looks like Hortonville will be going for it.
Yep, Pfeiffer's in there. And send 2 receivers right and left. Why not? You're down 29-7, 6:12 left in the 3rd. Time to give it a go. Here comes the blitz for Neenah. In trouble as Pfeiffer gets away, fires it downfield, and it's knocked down by Brock Haney. Trying to go to Colin Zhang around the 39-yard line of Neenah, but the pass is incomplete. So Haney does his job, and with 6:06 left in the third quarter, Neenah gets it back right at midfield.
This is what more of Neenah expected in the first half, where their defense continues to hold their ground and their offense continues to move the ball and try to put more points on the board.
Well, Dryfurst out, too. I mean, that is a big body out of the Hortonville
definitely.
offensive line, and you can see the pressure on Pfeiffer that has come about. So once again, Evan Van Evenhoven this time getting set to throw, gets it across the middle. Out to his man there, that's Van Beek. Van Beek will push his way down. He's very close to first down yardage. Let's see if they give him a first. No, they're going to call it second. Half yard short, so give him 9. Neenah fans don't like that much. From their angle here, approximately 102 yards away, they thought it was a first down.
But when you're right there on the field, you probably saw something that no one else saw.
That's right, yeah. So second down, half yard to go.
But no one will believe you in the stands.
Yeah, that's right. Matthias Charles a little bit late arriving on the scene. Now he's set up on the line. They're going to get it off to Dean, and Dean is brought down in the backfield. Racing in to make that play. Jack Tenney does a nice job and pulls Dean down for a loss of 5. So now it's going to be 3rd and 6 back at the 46. Really nice job by Tenney. He just blitzed in that time from his defensive back position. Now he's playing a little more, creeping up his linebacker here toward the end of the season. He's creeping up again. He's going to be coming in on the blitz. Pass goes across. That's to Van Beek. He escapes one man. He's got enough for the first down. Down to the 35. Boy, and Ashton, and we've got a flag back there. I bet you that's going to be a late hit on the quarterback. Tenney came in steaming. Yeah, and that's going to be a late hit. So add that 15.
This is what you want to see, how your team responds. When a negative play happens, you just respond with a big first down and even aided better with a penalty.
So now 1st and 10. Yeah, it really shows the athletic ability of Ashton Van Beek, too, moving out to wide receiver this year and doing a nice job. Just a sophomore. 4:33 left in the third. They're going to give that to Dean. Dean's going to be upended after a gain of 2 or 3. Well, they'll give him, let's see where they put down that ball. And then mark it, give him 3 on that. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Gain of 3 on the play to the 17. 2nd and 7.
29-7, Rockets leading this one. This was a 7-7 game early in the second quarter. But the Rockets have been able to do what they've wanted, both offensively and defensively, since that point. Second back through and has some running room into the end zone. All the way in is Cooper Seek. Cooper Seek just had a wide open lane and took advantage of it. And now this game's starting to get blown open with 3:46 left in the third quarter. It's 35-7.
Yeah, that was a big touchdown run. Just be able to find an open lane and just continue to excel, just keep running. And that's
really nice blocking at the point of attack, too. Just
definitely, because if your offensive line can block, it makes the running a whole lot easier. And again, this is where Kimberly continues to look great as long as their offensive line plays at this level. For Neenah, so hopefully.
Yeah, Klunt up and makes the kick. So now it's 36-7. And this is the point you start looking at, and that air starts to get a little colder if you're over there on the Hortonville sideline. Starting the fourth quarter in Kimberly, 7-3 there. And I'd like to remind you at this point, everything seems to cost more these days, including your electric bill. One reason you should contact our friends at Better Home Heating and Air Conditioning, your Rheem Pro partner dealer in the Fox Valley. When you contact Better Home Heating and Air Conditioning, you'll find a Rheem system for any budget and that peace of mind that you'll get a system that's reliable, energy efficient, and most importantly, it'll save you money. So what are you waiting for? Contact Better Home Heating and Air Conditioning, a division of Central Temperature. Contact them today, because we always do.
Kimberly now leads Appleton North 10-3.
10-3, so added a field goal. That's kind of what we saw out of Appleton North last week. It was like one of those 2-0 baseball games that really very exciting, but, not much results on the points later on. They had a field goal, a touchdown, and a safety in that one. But Appleton North, and Rob Som's been very upfront about that the offense has been a work in development throughout the entire season. Here, the kickoff. Klunt sends it down. Hebe has it around the 13. He'll take a look for it, trying to find a run up the middle. He's knocked over at about the 25-yard line. Hunter Weinke came racing up and put in a smack on Hebe. Knocked him down at the 28, and that's where Hortonville will start with 3:41 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, if you're the Polar Bears, just find a way to put more points on the board and just get near midfield again. Maybe take some deep shots. Just try to get something going on this team. Being down a lineman's not a great idea. It'd be ideal to be in this situation, but it's the last game of the year. You just try anything you have left in that playbook.
Yeah, Brendan Graff has been trying to fill in over there at left tackle. Pfeiffer standing back. Good protection this time. Now it breaks down. Pfeiffer gets away, and he's going to be met by Henry St. Clair around the 26-yard line. Yeah, and Pfeiffer's really got some good athletic talent, Zach, but you can tell, still a sophomore, still developing his game. Just time, gets a little bit nervous, and now do I run, do I throw, how do I keep the play going?
And especially being at this point in the game where the pass rush on the other side is just going to come right at you every play.
Loss of 2 on this one. Clock running. We're down to the 3-minute mark in the third quarter. Two receivers, right and left. Now the man in motion is Zong. They'll give it on the delay, trying to get to the outside and doing so successfully out to about the 35-yard line before he's shoved out of bounds there by Brandon Price. Is the running back, Jack Holdren. So a gain, let's call it of 10 on that play. It'll make it a 3rd and 2. So Hortonville trying to pick up a couple here, keep this going. The scoreboard, extolling people to make some noise. It's kind of a muted crowd right now at Neenah. Rockets pretty much in control of this one. Sending Jean out. Now Pfeiffer looking. He'll throw over the middle, looking for Hebe, and that's way over the top. Double coverage back there. Had Price back there. And also Luke Young. So Hebe really didn't have much of an opportunity on that one.
No, I mean, it was a great idea, but just a little off.
Makes it a 4th and 2. Hortonville's going to punt it away here with 2:46 left in the third. Grant Dean will go back to about the 29-yard line. Neenah trying to secure at least a share of the FVA championship. One of those interesting things, the 3 top teams all beat each other. Kimberly knocked off Kakana. Kakana beat Neenah, and Neenah beat Kimberly. Hebe gets it. That kicks away. It's a high one coming down. Fair catch wanted by Dean. Dean grabs it overhand at about the 27-yard line. 2:39 left in the third quarter. They'll mark it at the 29, and that's where Neenah will start. I think if you're the Rockets, you'd love to get this to running clock if you could.
I believe that'll be their goal on this offense. So if I was Polar Bears, you just do anything you can to avoid that.
Evan Van Evenhoven set with Grant Dean behind him. 5-man front. Dean will get the call. He'll smash through a little bit across the 30 out to about the 32 for a gain of probably about 3. Second and 7 now for the Rockets as we head down toward the final 2 minutes of quarter number 3. Neenah and the rest of the teams in the playoffs will find out their fate tomorrow morning during the reveal show. Get a lot of interest from around the state. Van Evenhoven looking deep for Van Beek. Looking for it and grabs through, and we're going to have a flag late. Back there, Grady Quick was trying to keep up with him. And the pass, it was one of those things, Quick was even with him, but it was one of those things, the pass kind of floated a little bit, and Van Beek slowed down and the contact occurred.
And that's where it's tough here, the defensive back, where you need to look back, but when an adjustment that late happens, it's hard to realize what's happening.
Yeah, Van Beek still had a chance for it, kind of dropped through the breadbasket there. Ball goes out to the 47-yard line. That's where it will be 1st and 10 for Neenah. One receiver right and left. And a handoff to Dean. He bounces it out to the left. Has some running room. Kicks it out to the left. He may be gone. Let's see if anybody can catch him. Nope, they're not going to. It's going to be a 53-yard run for Grant Dean. And that will make it 42-7. Here with 1:47 left. And that And that's just the vision of Grant Dean there. You get a good block right at the point of attack, get into the second level, and then he just bounces it where he needs to go for the TD.
Yeah, we've been seeing that for the last 2 seasons, and that is just one of those runs that you just, when you draw up, that, hey, it works to perfection because of the player being able to kick that second gear and get into the end zone.
Well, that'll move us to running clock here with 1:47 left after the kickoff. Kick is up by Clunt, and that's good. And it makes it 43-7. So we will take a break here. You're watching the OSI video stream of the week.
What is the mark of a true builder? At Myron Construction, we believe it's in the details. It's the strong sense of commitment to the people and places in which we work. The more than 100 years of experience we bring to every project site. It's our labor force, 1,200 strong. Our investment in cutting-edge equipment and technology, and our commitment to exceeding expectations. Most of all, it's our passion for bringing dreams to life. This is building excellence.
(43-7), Neenah leading this one as we're in the final minute of the fourth quarter, or third quarter, I should say.
Jack Clunt will kick off for Neenah.
Clunt will kick it off.
36 points.
And
Clock will run.
clock will run now. We just heard officially from the official.
I'm not used to being told by the
No,
officials.
we here in Kaukauna are the places I've heard mic'd up officials. Otherwise, like we traditionally do in high school football, you guess. But Clunt getting set to kick it off. Hebe is back there. Once again, along with Jack Tenney. Kick is away. Hebe coming back. He's going to be around his own 12. Catches it on the run, looking for a spot up the middle. Gets out past the 30 to the 34. He is spun down there by Cole Fensky. So the clock running here as we head into the final 90 seconds of the third period. So a couple of touchdown runs for Grant Dean, 3 for Evan Van Evenhoven. And then add the one in there for Cooper Seek. And you've got a 43-7 game. Well, Dryfirst is going to give it a try out there. He's back out there at left tackle. Got to give him credit for that.
Last game of the year.
And last game of your high school career, too. Big guy giving it a go. They hand up off the middle. Not much going there. They tried going off to Valner. And they'll get it out to, well, about the, let's see, they'll mark it at the 36, so give them a gain of 1. So you're going to see some new guys starting to come into the game now. See for Neenah, Ethan Hellengreen just checked in. Also see Tyler Resch into the game now for the Rockets. Jong. And now Pfeiffer suddenly realized there's nobody there. There's a flag down. Pfeiffer doing some running, trying to get to the outside. Past the 40, we've got another flag down. And the period's going to run out here as we're in running clock, but there are a couple flags. So we will sort that out as we get to the end of the third quarter, and we'll have that announcement coming up. Right now it's 43-7 Neenah here on the OSI Video Stream of the Week. And with that, as we approach the end of this third quarter, we've got holding on the play, but one of tonight's very proud alumni, happy with this tonight because he's a Neenah supporter, is attorney Sam Bomir. Sam represents injured workers throughout the Fox cities in northeastern Wisconsin who have been injured on the job. If you need legal consultation after a work injury, Sam is the attorney to contact. There's no one in northeast Wisconsin with greater years of experience helping injured workers than Sam. Call his office if you need consultation, 920-404-2050. There are no fees to their firm unless they obtain a recovery, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by calling for help. Sam wishes the Rockets good luck in today's game, and that luck has worked out along with the Neenah execution tonight because they are up 43-7 as we head into quarter number 4, and it will be running clock here the rest of the way.
For the second consecutive year, Orthopedic and Sports Institute of the Fox Valley has been selected as winner of the prestigious Best of the Valley Award in Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. We'd like to thank our patients and our communities of the Fox Valley for your trust and support. Your stories inspire our ongoing commitment to patient-centered care and orthopedic excellence. Experience the difference of OSI today. Call 920-560-1000 to schedule and discover why we're the best in the Valley.
Just about set to start off the fourth quarter of play with the holding penalty. The ball goes back to the 26-yard line. That is where it will be, and it'll be a 2nd down and 19 for the Hortonville Polar Bears. Again, nice run that time by A.J. Pfeiffer, but there are a couple of holding penalties on that one. Running clock here in the fourth quarter. Zhang now in motion from right to left. Pfeiffer dropping back. He looks down. He's got an open man there with the catch at the 40-yard line, spinning around and being brought down. That's Tyler Krenke. Krenke brings it down, and then it's going to be out at midfield for a first down. So Hudson Peters, who just checked into the game. And if you're Hortonville, you've got a chance to pick up some yardage here. You've got the second unit defense in, for the most part, for Neenah.
Yeah, take your opportunity here where you just wanted to get some points on the board for your final game of the season and just keep building confidence to something in the offseason.
So 1st and 10 for the Polar Bears. They're right in the middle of the field. Clock running, 11:17 left. Again, Pfeiffer drops back, takes a look. He's going to fling it up there, and there's really nobody in that area. Krenke again was the intended receiver, but it looked like he zigged when Pfeiffer thought he was going to zag. 2nd and 10. We're inside 11 minutes now in this one. So Neenah's going to finish up with a 7-2 record and 6-1 in the Fox Valley Association. We'll have at least a share of the title. Kaukauna into running clock as well, so they're going to be up there with the Rockets. And Kimberly currently leading Appleton North, so they have a chance to get a piece of it as well. Run going straight ahead, bucking forward inside the 45 and down to about the 44-yard line. That's going to be Engelbert. Pickup of 6 on that one will bring down 3rd and 4 at the Neenah 44.
Four down territory here for the Polar Bears.
Oh, no doubt, yeah. Again, man in motion, that's Zhang. Quick pitch goes out, and it's through the hands of the intended receiver. A little bit too high for Hebe. And it'll be a 4th down and 4. And yep, Hortonville's going to keep the offense out there. This one kind of runs out toward the conclusion of the regular season. Hortonville's going to go home with a 2-7 record. Both those wins coming in conference play against Appleton East and Oshkosh West. Pfeiffer looks across the middle. He's got the man. And down around the 27-yard line, that's Colin Zhang. So they pushed that one for a gain of 23. Or excuse me, 21. So another first down.
You forget to realize how fast a quarter can go if there is no stoppage.
Yeah, we're down to about 8:35 left in this one. And actually the running clock, you do save a lot of wear and tear on players. Kind of limit the amount of time they'll be out there if you've got a big pass. This one goes through. It's tipped around and intercepted. Intercepted at the 15 and chasing it around. And that is Luke Moran who has it. All the way out to the 39-yard line. That one bounced through the hands of Hebe, and Moran kept it up in the air one time, kind of the volleyball set, so credit him with one before the interception.
Yeah, and a big play there for the senior on senior night.
That'll become a game-winning interception about 20 years from now when he's telling the story.
Yeah,
understand.
stories have to change a little bit because if there's no one else to confirm.
Yeah, that's right. But at the Neenah 40, clock is running, 7:40 left in this one. We're going to see Ashton Van Beek coming out and Cooper Seek as the running back. Van Beek, who last year, of course, as a freshman, really had much of the season at the QB spot after Van Evenhoven was hurt. He's going to go straight ahead with Seek just into the middle of the pile. Seek's not going to get much. He's going to be knocked down there. Michael Spielman in there. Reggie Klein in there as well. No gain on the play. So Van Beek in there. As we saw at the receiver spot, really some good athletic ability. Tight formation all the way through. Receiver checks with the ref, makes sure Seek's going to get it. He gets away from one man, but not the second one. That's going to be Owen Neibauer knocking him down after a gain of 2. We'll bring up 3rd and 8. Third and 8.5 now for the Rockets. Again, see some of the guys who spend a lot of time in practice since the first week in August. Don't get a lot of game time during the varsity matchups. They're in there now.
Under the lights, late in the season, colder weather.
Yep. Van Beek will take it himself, looking to bounce it outside. He's got some running room past the 45 out to about the 47 before he's brought down there. So there's going to be a 4th down for Neenah on this one. It'll be 4th down, so they will send the punt team out. Hunter Wenke will be back there standing around his own 33. Setting up around his own 16. That looks to be Hebe. High snap, but decent. That's a good punt. Goes way over the head of... That's Colin Zhang, who watched it bounce around the 10 and go into the end zone.
Still all the way onto the track. Still rolling.
Still rolling. That might make it up to the airport here. Keeps going. But with about 5 minutes left.
He kicked it so hard he got out of Fox Crossing into Neenah.
Yeah. If it lands up in Greenville, then you know you got one going. That's about 2 miles north of here. So the ball will come out to the 20-yard line for Hortonville. And Pfeiffer going to be back out there. Engelbert, the sophomore, is the running back with him. 2 receivers right and left. Clock down to 4 minutes, 30 seconds in this one. Running clock in the 4th quarter, 43-7, Neenah lead. Pfeiffer takes a look, double clutches. Wide open is Hebe at midfield. He's got it at the 30, and he's going to be brought down around the 21. Hebe with a big gain that time. Nobody was covering him. Ethan Hellengreen had enough speed to chase him down around the 20-yard line. But a big play for Hortonville here, trying to get themselves back on the board.
I mean, it was a great catch, but I'm just more stunned by the speed to catch up to him because there was no one near him. I thought that was almost a guaranteed touchdown.
Yeah, Hellengreen had a little bit of an angle, but boy, he just kind of turned on the jets that time and brought it in. So 1st and 10 at the Neenah 20 now. Going from 20 to 20 are the Polar Bears with 3:41 left. Going to go off. Second man through, that's going to be Holdren. Takes it forward for a gain of 2. Make it 2nd and 8 now at the 18. Again, Neenah will find out its fate tomorrow morning. They will be in Division I naturally. Kaukauna, one of those teams on the bubble. Could be in 1 or 2, depending on who the top 32 enrollment teams are.
We have a final, Kickoff over Appleton East, 35-6.
Got a flag on this play. And Engelbert's going to be dragged down for a loss of 1. Cole Schaefer in on the play, but let's see what the flag is. Illegal procedure.
More than 4 in the backfield on the offense. That's a 5-yard.
So illegal formation. It'll make it 2nd and 13. We're down to the last 2.5 in this one, and in Hortonville's season. They probably like to punch it in, get one more score here to finish up the 2024 season. Now we just heard Appleton North scored a touchdown. And Appleton North is going for 2. They're going to try to knock off Kimberly. You got to love it down toward the end, Zach. Here at 2nd and 13. The pass is incomplete by Appleton North, so Kimberly looks like they may escape with that victory. Here, Zhang is going to get it, cuts it inside, spun around, knocked down by his own guy, down around the 21-yard line. It'll be suddenly a 3rd down and 11.
Yeah, with a minute
comes in.
40 to go. Even to get a 1st down, and if they try to go for a touchdown, they may have to start using timeouts for the Polar Bears.
Well, if you get yourself set up for something like that, 3rd and 11 here. Pfeiffer, the sophomore who took over in this season after the injury to Broden Butson. He'll drop back, takes a look. Now under the rush, trying to get away, manages to get away. Will take it up, still looking. Now he'll fling it toward the end zone, trying to catch up to it and catching the ball for the touchdown. I think that's Hebe. And so you finish up. Yep, that's Levi Hebe catching that one. So a 21-yard catch to finish things up with 1:04 left. So that'll bring on Paul Grassi to try the extra point. Confetti flies out from the Hortonville fans. Kick is good.
Well, they were excited to see another touchdown for the student section for Hortonville.
Well, I think if you're Hortonville, too, you just want to say, hey, we played all the way to the end here. Now, this is always interesting because now you've got kickoff return team. You've had the substitutes in there. Now everybody starts looking around and says, okay, who's on the kick return team? You want to make sure you have 11, not 9, and not 15 out there. Again, 10 o'clock tomorrow is the playoff reveal show. There's a live stream of that you can catch through the WIA website.
Or you wait a little bit, and then on social medias of all the high schools, you'll find out that way.
Yeah, that's right. And, yeah.
Multiple ways to find out.
And then, the people who start saying that we should have been a 2 seed instead of a 3, and why are we playing them, and why do we have to go on the road? We beat this team.
No, those conversations never happen.
No.
Yeah, that looks good. Let's get the postseason started.
Yeah, everybody likes the seating and the locations, so it's
no complaints.
Yep.
I don't think we see. The only place you don't see that is just when you go off records.
Yep.
Well, not much to say on that one.
Well, there was a time when I started doing this about a century and a half ago that only conference champions got in the playoffs. And falling on the ball is Luke Young around the 27-yard line. I think the second team's going to come out, take one knee, and that's going to wrap things up here for the regular season in 2024.
That's what it appears to be. Nothing much to gain with running clock and 45 seconds and rolling.
Yep. Well, Levi Hebe gets one more touchdown to finish up his high school career. 7-7 game early in the second quarter, but then a big turnaround. Neenah went to work and pushed this one out 43-7.
Well, Neenah's calling it on their scoreboard with the 2024 FVA champions.
Well, I think that's pretty safe. Handoff going to go to the man coming through. That's Taylon Fluette. Fluid. He gets the last one. That's going to be it. 43-14 is going to be our final score here. And Neenah is going to finish up with a record of 7-2, 6-1. They're going to be one of the tri-champs in the FVA. And it's going to be a 2-7, 2-5 record for Hortonville finishing up, and they are done for the season. They had to beat Neenah to even have a hope for the playoffs on this one, Zach. And Neenah just took control of this one in the second quarter and kind of just moved it out from then on.
Yeah, I mean, this is a game where you're Neenah, you feel pretty good. This team is ready to go for the postseason. You see success on the offense and defense, even points where there were some negative plays and they had to rebound, and that's what you want to see going into the postseason, because there's going to be times where things are not going right. There'll be a fumble, there'll be a touchdown that you weren't planning for, and it's how you respond is the biggest part moving forward.
And they got through it. Everybody's healthy at the end.
Correct.
Yep, and that's a big thing that you wanted there. So, again, 10 o'clock tomorrow, everybody finds out their fates as far as the playoffs are concerned. But here, well, we finish up the regular season, start looking forward to the playoffs, and where people will go, well, that's where we'll be. So our final score here, once again, it's Neenah 43, Hortonville 14. You've been watching the OSI video stream of the week.
And thanks to our sponsors in OSI, Myron Construction, and jumping on for this game, we have Central Temperature, Better Home Heating and Air Conditioning, and we also have Sam Bromere Law. Thanks for listening to the OSI Video Stream Game of the Week.